Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday morning, almost through the work week, right? I'm meteorologist Jaqui Jeras. Jen Carfagno has the morning off.
And I'm Ana Rodriguez. That's right. We are one day closer to the weekend, but unfortunately, that means we're one day closer to a potentially dangerous ice storm for parts of the Midwest. Places like Missouri on alert this morning.
Yeah, for days to come. So we're tracking this big disturbance that's across parts of the West, this upper level energy that's going to sit there and not move a whole heck of a lot the next couple of days. So a stalled frontal system is going to set up here across the nation's midsection. Warm air coming in from the south. We've got cold air advancing from the north, and little disturbances will ride along this frontal boundary to help bring some wet weather. Now, overriding is going to take place, and this is a really classic situation that we think that it's going to set up. Cold air, of course, more dense than warm air, so the warm air moves on top of it, which means it comes down as liquid precipitation and then ices on contact and collects on any inanimate objects, so the roadways, your cars, the power lines, the trees, and that's when it really becomes a problem. So this all gets started late tonight, actually, and will likely continue into Monday. Some of the areas of big concern from the panhandle of Oklahoma, stretching through much of Kansas, Kansas City, as well as St. Louis, are now all under winter storm watches for this threat of ice. We do have freezing rain advisories, though, by the way, this morning that includes you in Chicago, not related to Jupiter, so keep that in mind. The ice will likely be heavy at times. We could get some accumulations between 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch. Ana, what's down into the 20s as you head towards the weekend. So Boston, really mild temperatures. In fact, could be close to a record today. The record high is 61. We'll get within a few degrees of that. Probably not going to meet it or beat it. And this despite a lot of cloud cover expected throughout the day today, along with rain showers, primarily in the morning hours. So we'll zoom out and show you the big picture here across the Northeast. You can see some spotty showers can be expected from D.C. through New York up towards Boston and into Portland as well. A lot of this is going to be out of here by mid to late morning, and then the cold front could bring another round of rain showers as you head into the afternoon hours. But the rain's going to be a little bit more consistent in the interior parts of the Northeast. That's where we could get some heavy downpours at times. This on top of the melting snow, where you've already seen a lot of that, and the ground temperature still near the freezing mark, means we have flood concerns from Cleveland through Youngstown over towards Erie and even all the way up to Buffalo. So use a lot of caution traveling in these areas for today. If you do encounter any water over the roadways, turn around, don't drown, find yourself an alternate route, and just be safe. So this upper level disturbance is going to be riding its way into the Northeast, and the warm sector means it's all going to be rain with a little bit of an icy mix on the backside. Kind of a weak and a quick mover, nothing compared to what we're going to be seeing in the plains as we head into tonight and tomorrow. Ana, back in the year 2000. Incredible to wake up these temperatures. Average highs this time of the year are in the 50s, so we're already crazy warm. 70 in Dallas, but look at the cold air beginning to move into the Central Plains states. Wichita's down into the teens. Oklahoma City, you're down below the freezing mark, while Austin's at 69, also 69 degrees in Shreveport. That cold air will slowly try to advance down towards the Lone Star State, but notice it kind of stops short. So this is where the boundary we think is going to be setting up throughout the day for today. Still could be getting close to a record in Houston with 78 degrees, 77 in the afternoon high in Shreveport. You will get some wet weather in Dallas with your temperature around 73 degrees. And these are all the cities in Texas that could be getting at least close to the records today. Well, new weather developments overnight, Ana.
Yes, we're talking about.
He wants to know what's going to be happening with this ice storm, and this is going to be a really impactful event. If you don't live there, if you know people who live there, make sure that they're prepared for this storm as well. The forecast today showing you a little bit of a wintry precip mix here in Chicago. We'll see a little snow in northern parts of lower Michigan. Rain showers generally in the interior parts of the Northeast, and that will swing through here by your Friday. The ice setup begins then in Oklahoma, parts of Kansas, as well as into Missouri as we head into your Friday, as well as into Saturday. Notice it starts to spread into the Ohio River Valley, even into the mid-Atlantic. Places like Washington, D.C. could get a little freezing rain on Saturday. By Sunday, it dries out there, still going across the nation's midsection, but look how nice and quiet it is across the west.
Coming up on half past the hour right now. Good morning to you. Thank you for staying with us on AMHQ Early. I'm Ana Rodriguez.
And I'm meteorologist Jaqui Jeras. We are tracking Winter Storm Jupiter, and this is going to be impacting millions of Americans.
Yeah, in fact, 14 million people under winter alerts this morning.
Yeah, so we want to alter your travel plans, and you want to go to that game and you're on your way to Kansas City. Today is your best travel day because things could start going downhill already starting late tonight. So we're tracking this piece of upper level energy that's going to be across the southwest and a real slow mover here. The frontal boundary stalls out into the central and southern plain states. So warm, moist air overriding this frontal boundary as cold air invades from the north, and where those two come together, that's where we're going to see that big ice zone. So cold air more dense than warm air. The warm air rides over the top, comes down as liquid, and then we get our big ice storm. Ice accumulations easily could be reaching 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch in the purple areas here as we head into the weekend. So Wichita, maybe into Topeka, Kansas City, Joplin, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, right along the Highway 60 corridor could really see some of the heavier amounts here that could keep people at home for days to come. So real bad travel on the way there. All right, and rain, but look at that picture there. It looks very shiny, and with temperatures below the freezing mark, you know that that's going to be slick. So treat anything that looks wet as ice. Could see accumulations maybe up to 1/10 of an inch for you in the Windy City. You can see a little bit of snow across parts of Iowa as well as into Wisconsin. Just some light snow shower activity. Well, it's rain showers that are a little bit heavier here across the lower Great Lakes, across northern Ohio, into western parts of New York. So we're tracking our upper level disturbance. It's going to be riding the jet stream off towards the east. The frontal boundary kind of draped across the lower Great Lakes. So we'll see rain, especially in the interior parts of the northeast as that cold front comes on through here after a round of rain showers this morning. Those should exit pretty quickly, maybe a little break in the midday hours, and then another chance of some rain showers as we head into the evening as that front comes on through. But notice it kind of dissipates and fades out. That moisture available begins to dissipate just a little bit. And